at University of California. He was a deputy director and Director General of Security Cabinet Secretary, New Delhi, before taking a voluntary retirement in 2009. After his retirement, he opted to be in academics and mentoring youth and enrich their skill towards nation building. With his new profound vision, he has raised over 6,000 teachers and 1 million students across the country and redefined learning and teaching. Dr. T.P. Kumar believes in physical, emotional, intellectual, social, and satisfied balanced life. He is an innovative, creative, and a thoughtful leader who had a 2-year tenure as a management professor in an engineering college under the Jawaharlal Nehru Technological University at Hyderabad. Dr. T.P. Kumar is also renowned to initiate Destination IAS and Mission CSAT for civil service aspirants and is actively involved in motivating and creating basic knowledge for civil service preparation among school and college students. With his uncountable achievements, Dr. T.P. Kumar has also learned Indian heritage by traveling and living with late Brahmasi KPC Anujan Bhattacharyya, who has authority in Sanskrit, Vedas, Upanishads, and Tantra. On behalf of RMSD Dholpur, I welcome you for your gracious presence. Now, I would like to invite our Reverend Chief Guest, Dr. T.P. Kumar, to address the gathering and share his words of wisdom.
Good morning, all of you. Before today's lecture and workshop will commence, I would like to give a small introduction who is Dr. T.P.S. Kumar. Apart from our the MC has given you the brief introduction for it. I have been working with ISRO for more than 3 decades before this voluntary retirement, and he was a joint director in the cabinet secretariat. Of course, you can say to an extent he was part of the raw research and analysis group, and after that he was into this vision not only to train, not only to educate, but at the same time as a holistic development of a child, that is a boy or a girl, picking from the youngest, then beginning till how to make him or her into a fruitful citizen of the country. Not only in the field of creativity or knowledge or any other aspirations which the cadet, the students have. He focuses on higher thinking because he has immense knowledge of Vedas, Puranas, and even our holy scriptures. We all have such type of knowledge. So this, of course, today you can get the benefit out of that, and you can totally participate. You should be able to take out maximum out of his experience, because he has got a vast experience of in a number of classes, not only in India but abroad also. He has widely traveled and taken classes into various universities, various institutions abroad, Middle East, US, Canada, n number of places he has gone and taken classes. So the experience which an individual has, you should be able to take out maximum. That will help you out to focus yourself in your future journey and to achieve whatever objective you have in your life. Apart from that, T.P. Kumar is my own uncle. He is my maternal uncle, and it's for the cadets, and tomorrow a small workshop will be there for the teachers. The main focus of today's lecture and workshop for the students, cadets, are mainly focusing on how to learn. You have to be focused how you are preparing yourself, not only for your examinations, at the same time how you have to study for your future. Knowledge is just not only restricted to examination. Knowledge is for future use, for your life. it is not only to the past examinations, it is not only to just getting grades or something like that. The knowledge one should possess is for their life and for a well-being and a good, leading to a good life. So keep these things in mind while you interact, and it should be an interactive section, and you can ask whatever doubts you have in your mind, and I am sure 100% he will be able to give you a good answer, a very satisfactory answer which will help you to go ahead in your life. Thank you so much, and with this I invite Dr. T.P. Shashkumar for today's program.
Namaskaram. Say louder. Namaskaram. Good. When somebody says Namaskaram, repeating back Namaskaram is Bharatiya Samskaram. I've been to maybe thousands of schools all across India, starting from, I'm from the northeast of India to southwest of India. I'm from Kerala. We are from Kerala, right? That's the southwest of India. And the maximum number of schools I visited is the northeast. I've been to Arunachal Pradesh maybe many number of years, many number of times, covering 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th class children. The reason is, when I go there, children interact very reluctantly sometimes, and sometimes very close after a few days. They'll come and touch me and then say, I want to go back home and then tell my parents I touched a Indian space scientist. Should listen to them. It says Indian space scientist. Probably the reason is they believe that, or they think that they are not part of India. People don't reach out to them. It's very rare to see somebody going there and spending 10 days, 15 days. Not now, I'm talking about maybe 20 years back. The transportation was very difficult. Reaching there 20 kilometers may take 3 hours, 4 hours. I used to travel. I have seen the poorest of the poorest children, richest of the richest. I have been to the multinational, international standard schools. To be very frank, there is no difference. Either you are poor or rich, or from the city or the urban or the metro. Everywhere intelligence remains same. Me and Shyam belongs to a small place in Kerala where electricity came when I was doing my masters. So imagine, up to my school days and college days, we have been learning only in kerosene lamps. The telephone came when I was doing my PhD. I first touched a switchboard when I was in 7th grade. I went back to Kerala after my retirement from Prime Minister's office. My first session was for 8th grade children. Basically because I was thrown out from one of the schools when I was an 8th grade student, being the worst student. I was most notorious, the worst student of the academic institution when I was in 8th grade. So when I see a naughty boy, I feel, yeah, there is a scope for improvement. It's not the brightest student require a lot of coaching. It is not the worst student require a lot of coaching. Actually, the focus has to be for those students. They may not be able to do better if not guided properly. The brightest student doesn't require any support. The worst student also doesn't require any support. But who really require is those medium students. Probably most of us who have achieved something in life are those students who are not the brightest or the lowest. Very recently we had a principal's meet. It was almost a principal's meet, right? Yeah. In which your principal was also there, and that's how we reconnected, though we belongs to same family. It was kind of him to refer me for a conference there, which is in Hyderabad. Otherwise, generally I don't go for conferences. I only go for classes. Because conference is only 3 minutes or 5 minutes or 10 minutes talk, which is only to connect to people. Conferences are to connect to people, meet people, link with a lot of people so that, yeah, you continue in your job at different places. But I am generally busy. I don't think for last 13 years after my retirement, not even a single day I had a holiday. Or every day is a holiday. Every day is a holiday because you are in a retirement. Right? I am a retired person, so every day is a holiday for me. I do my passions, start teaching, learning. So we got connected very recently back, but before that also, I think 2013, after my retirement 5 years, I went back to my village. We got an old house there, nearly 200-year-old house. Renovated it, which was almost closed for 20 years, unused, abandoned. And that place is called it Nanam, Jnaanam. Janaki is my mother's name, Narayan is my father's name. So I started Janaki Narayan mentoring. Nearly 60-70 camps happened there. People from 17 countries, nearly 1,500 students came and stayed there. Students, not necessarily students, it could be parents, it could be teachers, it could be employees from different MNC companies. What we do is a lot of interaction. And that interaction gives them a motivation to become something in life. So I believe interaction is what makes people to learn. Today you don't require really lectures and classes, academic activities in the classroom if you are open to the digital world. You know, for last 2-3 years during COVID, probably that was the worst time for many people, but for me that was one of the best time. I wrote a book on multimedia teaching and learning 17 years back. How do you use digital classroom, not PowerPoint? How do you make your classes video built? How do you use augmented reality? I don't know how many of you really use it. I am from the most modern, probably the department which uses most modern computers. So I had the fortune of buying whatever I want in my office. We are called Advanced Data Processing Research Institute, directly under Prime Minister's office. So we had no scarcity of fund. So I got trained in most of the most advanced field. So what do I teach? I teach teachers how to use augmented reality in classroom, artificial intelligence in classrooms. How do you play with the new gadgets so that you are one step above the students, right? You can do mathematics, you can do physics, you can show them. You can show them really on simulations, animations. Then what happens is you get adapted to the modern world, you also get adapted to the next generation. Otherwise we are in an old generation. I keep saying I am from BC and the new students are in AD. They are all in after digital world and I am before computers. That's BC stands for. They are in AD and I am in BC. So unless and until I move from BC to AD, the before computer person who took birth name before computer era has to move into a digital world so that I can show that I am also smart. Not that I have a smartphone, but I also use smartphone much smarter than anybody else. If teachers don't reach out to them like this, probably what happens is they don't look upon you. Knowledge is the power. And you have a good quote. What is that written there? The message of Rashtriya Military School. What is that? Louder. Sheelam Param. From which text? I came yesterday night, so I didn't find this quote, or probably I missed out. I have seen the location. I am from satellite image processing. So what I do is before going, I do a study of the area. I make a map. Whatever the Google map you do, I used to do it long back. So I do all these studies. Okay, how far is this from this place? All the areas I learned, like I learned the other country, I learned the inside the country also. So what is the quote means? So which text? From which text? Anybody? Somebody writes a quote, it must be taken from some great book, right? Which is that great book? Not from Bhagavad Gita. See, the beauty is anything which you don't understand in Sanskrit, you can tell it's from Bhagavad Gita. Any quote which is commonly known, you can say it's Abdul Kalam's. I keep listening to radio sometime and say it's from Abdul Kalam. Immediately I telephone and tell them it's not from Abdul Kalam, it's from Swami Vivekananda. I did many times. Because we keep quoting, listening from somebody else, right? It's from a great book. It's a Hindi book. The 3 parallel books are there, which has got thousands of verses. No, Ved is a normal, another terminology which you can use where everybody thinks that yeah, everything is from Ved. Yeah, every knowledge is from Ved. That's really true. But no, Mahabharata is again, Bhagavad Gita is there, Mahabharata is the mother of Bhagavad Gita. It's from Niti Shatakam. There are 3 Shatakams. One is Niti Shatakam. Bhartruhari, I think. Bhartruhari's 3 Shatakams are there. One is Niti Shatakam. And another one is for the Grihasthas. Niti is what is for the rulers. What is justice? Niti Shastram is like that. The another one is actually the moksha. After a life, when you get into what is called administration, after that administration you must get into vairagya. What is ultimately all of you require in your life? What is that you want? Assume that God appears in front of you and asks you, what is that you want? What is that you will ask for? You have book and pen and paper, you must write all this. So that you show me that, yeah, this is what I have written. When I call for interaction, I will call you, pull you up. And I'll ask you to show your books. All of you should keep writing. If you don't write, what happens is you will not remember. Who is a good student? Who is a good teacher? A learner is a good student and a learner is a good teacher. I keep saying I am from L&T department. You know what's L&T? Not the L&T famous who takes contracts. Learning and teaching. You cannot teach when you don't learn. So always you should have, see, I record my own talk. I listen to this again and again because I have to process it to put it onto YouTube. All of you will come onto YouTube. So when I post it to YouTube 3 times or 4 times, I have to listen because I edit my own video. Got it? So I am listening to my lecture. I am listening to my own lecture. And it's most boring if I keep repeating the same thing at different places. At least for me. And when I record, I will be very careful. I will not be able to make mistakes. Similarly, when you write, you will not make mistakes. You can speak without writing. What happens is when you speak without writing, your clarity will not be there. So, good writers are good speakers. Not good speakers are good writers. Got it? I am also a good writer. The other day, 10 days back, I was in Delhi. I released 6 books on an international conference. It's truly international. We had people from different parts of the world. From US, Belgium, Georgia. A lot of people were. And the books were the parenting from the pregnancy. A child grows, understands. You know, in Mahabharata there are stories, right? Where Abhimanyu listens to lectures. So if you are like this, half responsibility is your parents. You are more tensed. I am a psychotherapist. If your children are more tensed, the reason is the mother is more tensed. The mother is more brave, the children will become brave. I am like this because my mother was a good teacher for me. I was most mischievous during my childhood, but every day my mother will keep her hand on my head and then say, tomorrow you will become a good boy. What is the message? Tomorrow you will become a good boy. You know what indirectly it means? Today you are not good. There is quite a lot to improve in your life. And that's the best blessings you can get from anybody. Every one of us have to improve. Every one of us have got a great things to learn. So how do you learn? Keep writing. Your swabhava, your character. So your character comes from what is your sheelam. Sheelam is what you practice. You are what you practice. You are what you think is what you practice. So you can see what Bhartruhari has written, what Vivekananda has told. Everything is one and the same. Now Kalam told the same thing, right? Keep your dreams in the day. Same. Quotation is one and the same. Only reframing it in different style. So when you write what you should do, don't write as it is. Write the way you think, you understood. Keep writing it. So a good student is one who take notes. Notes are not what verbatim what somebody speaks. It is what you perceive from what somebody speaks to you. And what do you perceive? You perceive what you can perceive. So each individual has got their own capacity. You understood? When somebody speaks, your level is much higher than the speaker. What you will do? You will start reflecting on that. So you will make a note in a different style. So each one of you will reflect on what I am speaking in your style. So don't write verbatim. What to think about it. That is what is called note taking. When my program happens, I can see some paper reporter goes around like this. He will take one click. And tomorrow's newspaper, beautiful title will come. I myself will many times got surprised. Is it that what I spoke? They write it very, very nicely. That's a big art. Writing, giving a title is a great power. All of you will have it. That is what it says, Sheelam. What you practice is what you can achieve. So keep writing. That Sheelam should be there. That habit should be there. And if you don't have that habit after some time, your hearing will be there, listening will not be there. You understood the difference, right? You will hear, but don't listen. So good student, good teacher, always take notes. And what do? After the class, make a note. Make a beautiful note. And if you can write down as a note, that can be a book. So my book on adaptive learning is actually, adaptive learning book is my 1 month course which I did in Jawaharlal Nehru University when I became director of academic staff college. Teaching teachers was my job. So I wanted to learn the digital part of the modern technology of 21st century. So I went there to learn the classes. I started writing every note. The whole note of 1 month class I could publish as a book. And what I published last week, 6 books, are all what I did during COVID. All my lectures at different places, I started making notes. It's not that I write and go, but after my lecture when I listen, I make a note and then write it. And today we have easy methods. The whole lecture you can type it, computer will do the job, right? I don't have to type it. So then edit it well. So that's what I did. So one is parenting and the next one is age 3 to grade 3. The new education policy of India talks about how education has to be. But I don't think it is going to get implemented. It's not government who implements education. The teachers implement education in the classroom, whatever the policy is. So I'm sure teachers can make a lot of difference. So I decided to make some document, handbook for teachers. So the book itself is called A to Z of Grandma Child Care Shiksha Gurukulam. Shiksha is my trust. I have a concept of Shiksha Gurukulam. How do education happens in the childhood? All of you are not writing because you didn't have the habit of writing. Unless and otherwise teachers ask you to take a note. They will tell you write down, then only you write down. So what you have in your childhood will be what you will practice. But if you did not have that privilege of taking notes, what you should do is start writing. So what is your swabhavam? Swabhavam. Swabhavam is what is in you that comes out. It is not the basic character. Character keeps changing. No. Character is like climate. It doesn't change. The weather changes every day. You understood? Every day's weather together is called a climate. Similarly, every day's behavior at different places, at different situations will give you what is called a character. So character cannot be changed. Actually, what we have at the end of our life is this person has this character. But everyday behavior can be changed. How do you change your behavior? What is the most essential thing? The first thing is physically you must be very fit. How many of you feel that you are physically very strong? Raise your hands. I am seeing that power of raising hand itself will tell you physically you are not fit. Correct? Push it down. See, what happens is when you ask a question, generally you look here and there and then decide, oh, they are powerful, I am also powerful, right? It's all comparative. Don't do that. I am like this for last 35 years. If you have a weighing machine, weigh me, I will be 60 kilogram. Maybe maximum plus or minus 1. Physically, you must be very strong. Strong in the sense, what work you wanted to do, that you can do it. Don't overdo your job. Got it? I may not be able to do the job which somebody else is doing, but I have decided this is my job. I can do it without being tired because I enjoy my work. If you enjoy your work, if I enjoy driving, I will never be tired while driving. If I enjoy playing, I will never be tired by playing. If I enjoy giving lecture, I will never be tired. I am enjoying, you may be suffering, but I don't care anyway. Because I have to enjoy. If I don't enjoy, definitely you will suffer. But if I enjoy, I am sure some of you will enjoy, right? Correct or not? So how do you enjoy? Assume you are sick, you are tired, you are sleepy. All these are Sheelam, habits. You don't require long, deep sleep. You require long, shallow sleep. But how do you get into Jagrat? Jagrat is being live, alive, very smart. And from there, without shallow sleep, how do you get into deep sleep? That's a practice. You need a good practice. I can stay 10 days without sleep. Nothing will happen. I will be as good as this. It's all practice. Got it? Do you think Prime Minister of India will sleep 6 hours? Eh? I have seen Manmohan Singh. He don't sleep more than 3 hours while he was in Prime Minister's office. He has to read every file. Such a thorough man. Not the present Prime Minister may not be reading. He will depend on secretaries. But Manmohan Singh was not like that. I know him as a reader because his librarian was my librarian. I picked up my librarian department of space in Hyderabad from the planning commission. So that time Manmohan Singh was in planning commission. So I picked up one boy from that place and then I know internally every bit of him. Because you know a person from the library, how a good reader you are. I don't know how many of you are good readers. How many of you read? The idea of learning, reading, if you have that habit, I am sure you don't feel sleepy. Until you feel really sleepy, you will start reading. Every bit of your time you wanted to invest. What is L-I-F-E? Life? All my poems, all my books, most of them, other than very core, straight to the subject, it's all named after L-I-F-E, life. L-I-F-E, life means live in full enjoyment. And L-I-F-E, life means learn in full enjoyment. If you are learning, you are physically fit, your learning becomes enjoyment. Physically unfit, difficult. You will get a headache. After the class, your headache will go. But assume that cinema is interesting, what will happen to you? When you go to the cinema theatre, you will forget your headache. As soon as you come out of the cinema theatre, you will get a headache. So the physical problem is an emotional problem. Sharira, Manaso Yoga, Paraspara Manuprajet, Adhara, Atheya Bhavena Taptaja Kadayoriva. The body and the mind is such related. Probably sometime you require a warm up, right? All of you can clap once. Stop. Tell me how many of you clapped 100% sincerely? No. I don't believe. I don't believe. Is it that? Do you think if I give you 7 marks out of 100, you can make it 100 out of 100? Now if I give you 7 marks out of 100 for the clapping, I will not rate you as the best. No. You are not reached the best power. So I will give you only 7 marks. You think you can make it better and get 100 out of 100? So that means you know you have not done well, right? So you yourself answered. If you think you have done, I am sure all of you would have told no. Now don't play with me again. I will give you another trick. All of you put one finger and clap, you will get a good rain. Do you do this? Rain clapping? Fast. No other sound. Two fingers. Yeah, this is Kerala rain, Cherrapunji rain. 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Not enough. When I put my hand like this, when I fold my hand like this, I want a single clap, no second sound, only one sound. Let me see whether you are able to do it. Good enough. Now I'll give you one more chance to improve it to 100. This was warming up for the real performance. From 7 marks you have to get it to 100 marks. If you have not learned anything from me, at least learn how to become. You know what is efficiency of a fan? In physics you must have learned, right? What is efficiency? Efficiency of the mic set is whether it is working perfect or not. 100% without interruption, right? The efficiency of the fan is how much power I give, how much wind it is supposed to give, for which the equipment is made, it must give you that wind. So you have your Madhya Pradesh is filled, right? From the morning? Madhya Pradesh is filled or what? Generally Madhya Pradesh is filled, Uttar Pradesh should work. If it doesn't work, that means, what is this place called? Chhattisgarh, all that place is there, no? Punjab, Gujarat is not very powerful. You see the India map, the Madhya Pradesh is here, Vaishyas are there actually. The knowledge came from Uttar Pradesh. And these are the Kshatriyas' place. India is the real model of what? Human. And you know where is it written? Vedandago Brahmanaha. Vedandago Brahmanaha. If all the knowledge is here, then you are a Brahmin. Not because you have got a cross belt and your father had a cross belt. No. Your ability to learn and teach will tell you whether you are a Brahmin or not. So I am a Brahmin. Though I am not from the Brahmin family, I am from a Kshatriya's family. We belong to Kshatriyas. So the rulers, the power, position, that is our power, not the knowledge. But you can. And Vaishyas, always they talk about money, how to improve business. You know what is it told? The category of people. It's in the Vishnu Sahasranama. Vedandago Brahmanaha Kshatriyo Vijayi Bhavet Vaishyo Dhana Samruddhaha Shudra Sugam Apniyat. You want only enjoyment? You are a Shudra. That means your knowledge will not improve. Your bank balance will not be there. You will not get power and position. You will not make money also. Because every day you will work and enjoy that day. Because you are not worried about tomorrow. A Kshatriya is always worried about tomorrow of the country. And a Brahmin is always worried about tomorrow's knowledge. How to give knowledge, how to gain knowledge, how to document them. So a writer is always, a poet is always a Brahmin. It is not by kulam in which they have taken birth. Because we have Bhagavad Gita. Who taught that? Bhagavad Gita taught by whom? Don't use the word Lord Krishna, then you will have a problem. You know what is the problem? If Krishna, the gentleman, you give the title L-O-R-D, Lord, Durga, you should give the title as what? No, Lord, gender, when it becomes feminine gender, you know what it becomes? Lady. So will you call Durga Ma as Lady Durga? It looks awkward, right? See, this is our problem. We copy from Britishers, we copy from the other Western knowledge and use it here without thinking. Don't. Bhagavan, Ishwar is a different word than Lord, God. Think every word which comes in front of you. Sri Krishna, wonderful, good boy. So Sri Krishna, you know which family he belongs to? Yadav is Lalu Prasad Yadav's family. You know Lalu Prasad Yadav, right? Sri Krishna is Lalu Prasad Yadav's great grandfather. And Sri Krishna was in jail, took birth in jail. Probably Lalu Prasad will die in the jail. That's only the difference. Both of them had cattle field. Their company was always cattle, right? Not different. But what he became, and it actually Indian government, it's an OBC, other backward community. So Sri Krishna was an other backward community, not in the higher class. And who falls in his feet? You know why our mythology? You must not have heard this because you don't think like this. What I want is, we are all youngsters. I am a youngster. Don't think that you are in the 20th century, 19th century, 18th century, not in 21st century also. You are not in, you are not in 21st century. Century is 100 years. Do we live 100 years? No. So don't talk about knowledge in 100 years, talk about third decade of 21st century. So I have a book on 3, 2, 1 world. Third decade of 21st century. The world is so fast moving. Don't think what people thought and taught us. Think beyond that. You're all smarter than all of us. 20 years is one generation. So I've crossed 3 generations now. I've seen earlier 2 generations, but I'm seeing next 3 generations. That's why we say 7 lives. So Krishna, Sri Krishna, the other backward community, OBC, who was Lalu Prasad Yadav's great grandfather, gave answers to whose question? Arjun. What was he? Kshatriya. He was a king from a palace. Can you imagine a book written long back? How many years back? 5,328 years back. The Dwapara Yuga ending 3,20,000 years. Before that Treta Yuga 6,40,000 years. Rama's time is almost 16 lakhs of years. Still, in Rama's case also you can see he was a Kshatriya. He moved from the Kshatriya level to the God. And who was his correspondent, mentor? He was again from the lower caste. You know why? All these books were authored by the lower caste people, not the higher caste people. Valmiki was from not the higher caste. So understand, education is not from the family which you take birth. Education is what to transfer from you from the lower class to the higher class. It is not by birth, it is by the activity which you do. If any one of you feel that, oh, I don't belong to a good family, that I learned when my childhood. I am from a small village, facility was not good. You must be thinking why I told this. It doesn't matter. My father was 0 class, not seen a school in his life. Shyam's grandfather was in army. But my father was, we were cousins, right? My father was not educated. My mother was only 3rd class dropout. But does it matter what is your family background? You know Mahabharata, somebody referred, Mahabharata has a great story. Both Dharmaputra and Duryodhana comes from same family. They are from Kshatriya, same family, the rulers. They attended same class. Same RMS, same principal, same professors, same teachers must have taught to them there also. But what happened? One learned, another fellow did not learn. And if you are good, it is not your teachers, it is not your institution, not your family that matters. What matters is your company. Dharmaputra became very good because his company was Krishna. All Pandavas, their company was always Krishna. Duryodhana's company was Shakuni. You understood? Why Duryodhana became Duryodhana? Not Dharmaputra, Adharmaputra. That is because his company was Shakuni is from which place? Kandahar, Gandhar, Naresh. Kandahar is in? So what is Mahabharata's story message? Don't have company with Afghanistan people. You will spoil your life. Is it not true even today? See what is written thousands of years back. Though Gandhari married to an Indian king, or the Indian king married to a Afghanistani girl. Why? Basically he was blind. You understood? If your eyes are open, you will not marry such a lady who comes from such a background. Great story, right? Have you heard this story like this anytime? Look at it in an entirely different style. And assume that your husband is blind. What the wife is supposed to do? Open the eyes and support. But what Gandhari did? She also became blind. What a blind lady. If husband is blind, wife is supposed to open the eyes. If both husband and wife both are blind, what will happen? You will produce 100 children. Naturally. That's what happened. So Mahabharata story has got different ways of looking at it. The way in which you perceive, you can perceive it. Everything what happens in this world, what is going to happen tomorrow is documented in our mythology, in our Purana. And if you don't learn, at least my generation had some concern. We wanted to learn it. You all should learn this. Ponder inside. You will see a lot of mathematics, physics, chemistry, biology, all the subject what you learn here. I don't see as it is the syllabus, but you will see some thread there which started there. So you must feel proud that I belong to that nation where all these are there. Himalayam Samarabhya Yavat Hindu Sarovaram Tam Deva Nirmidam Desham Hindustanam Prajakshade is the only part of the world where all the tradition, culture, spirit, everything is still remaining. In your history book you will learn Mesopotamia, right? Babylonia. You will have to search in the Google where is this place, because it doesn't exist as it is now. But Bharat still exists. What is our great privilege? That we belong to a nation which has got a great culture. And you know what that culture remains? That culture is live because we have a lot of documentation. A nation remains very strong only when they document. So imagine if you don't write, you don't have the habit of writing, you don't have the habit of learning, all that you learn until your last breath, that only will give you a real swabhava, culture, character. That's what is required for you. All of you should write, all of you should document, all of you should keep learning. So learning is important. Maths, physics, chemistry, biology, passing examination, getting some job, that's entirely different. Knowledge. So you feel that, yeah, I know. That privilege you only will have inside you. And all of us are blessed to have that because we have taken birth with somebody inside us. You know who is that inside? The Hridaya. Hridaya, emotion. Hridaya, Guhara, open that Hridaya. Inside that Hridaya, you will see Brahma. Who is that? Hridaya, Guhara Madhye, Kevalam Brahma Matra. Inside our Hridaya, what is that? Quest is there. Quest for learning. What is this? What is that? As young children, we kept on asking so many questions, right? What is this? What is this? What is this? What is this? Everything around us we will drag and ask, what is this? How many of you will ask such questions today? You don't care what happens. If you don't ask questions, inside you there is no Brahma. Inside you there is no Brahma. Brahma's husband is called Saraswati. Saraswati will not come and bless you. Saraswati is the goddess of knowledge. So if you want Saraswati, you have to keep Brahma inside you. You should have questions so that you get answers. So who wrote Bhagavad Gita? No, Arjuna. Arjuna's questions. If Arjuna's questions were not there, do you think Krishna will give lecture? All the lecture will not be documented. Who documented it? Arjuna. Who is the person who heard this? You may not understand, doesn't matter. But keep asking questions so that somebody will understand it for some time later. So the source of Bhagavad Gita is Arjuna, who asked questions. The quest is the root word from which question comes. All of you should have questions. Each and every item around you start pointing it and ask, where did you get it? How do you make this? I remember one of my classmates took a beautiful picture when he was driving from Sharjah to Dubai and said, beautiful sky. Immediately I wrote, Dubai is totally polluted. Because when the beautiful red color comes in the sky, that means scattering is more. Scattering is more because atmosphere is full of dust. Scattering principle, right? Then I wrote, we studied this theory together in the class, same class. We studied in same class. He forgot. You understood? The sky is white because 140 kilometers in the atmosphere, it comes straight. Slightly blue, Vibgyor, violet blue up to red. If the sky is red, that means your area is reddish, polluted. You must know this. Otherwise, there is no point in learning physics. Learning is not important. What you learn, applying it is important. Visualizing is important. Whatever subject you learn, every chapter, open it up, I will tell you where is it used. The whole syllabus. If you cannot, Google it. That is what you should Google for. Where is it applied? Where is the source from? Why am I saying like this? Assume you all would have answered, your motto is from so and so book. I would not have spoken like this. I would have taken some other subject to discuss. But I found that none of you have answered because you have never asked yourself where is it from. I luckily learned Bhartrahari. So I know where is it from. So all of you should read so that when you see something you say, oh, this is from so and so place. Yesterday I was in airport in the morning. I had a cinema star there. Manoj K. Jain was there sitting. So immediately I could speak to him, tell him that which are all the Ananda Badram was the best movie which you acted. Probably in your career that is what changed your life. He was thinking, somebody is asked, what are you doing? I said, I am a retired scientist. But how do you have this much passion in films? I said, I acted in some short films. My first travel to Muscat was with the greatest hero of India. Actually, I invited him to that place. Who is the greatest hero of India? Amitabh Bachchan. Amitabh Bachchan was invited to Muscat because of me. I called him there. So we stayed in same hotel together in 2010. And Muscat was a place banned for movie. I opened it up for movie, and the first international film festival in Muscat was by me. I initiated that, triggered it. Because I taught how to make educational movies to the children of the palace, and they decided to make a movie. They started shooting, and then they found there is a great opportunity. Amitabh Bachchan, Sanjay Dutt, Rasool Pukuti, Major Ravi, DrTPS. We four. You can see a blog which I wrote long back. The blog is called Black and White. The blog name is Black and White. Look at it. You can see me interviewing by Al Jazeera TV and Amitabh Bachchan sitting on the stage. I was the person who got it. So I think you should have passion. What subject? L-I-F-E. Learn. If I get a politician, I'll speak politics to him. If I get an artist, I will speak art to him. If I get a musician, I'll speak music to him. Don't think I'm specialized in mathematics, so I don't understand any other language. mathematics is a language. No, if I can learn mathematics, the science language, I can learn all other languages. That's why up to 10th class, you are all masters of different subjects. You are learning all the subjects. If you can learn at this age all the subjects thoroughly, what will happen tomorrow? Any day you can open that ability to learn everything in the world. If you don't learn now, tomorrow you will not be able to learn. Because buddhi, intelligence is such a rubber band, elastic. The more you stretch, it will become more stretchable. If you don't use it for some time, after some time when you stretch, it breaks. So I covered physical, emotional, intellectual. And the another one is social. Understand tomorrow's world is not the most intelligent, most energetic, most emotionally close to people, but it's all people who have connections and contacts. Prompt engineering. What is tomorrow's job? Prompt engineering. You know what is prompting? The best knowledge box in the world today is ChatGPT. Anything and everything you can learn, but not the modern 2003, not 23 knowledge. Up to 2020, 2019, 17, 18 you can, because until that only they have processed and kept it inside ChatGPT for those unpaid subscribers. Version number 3.5 you will get it free, ChatGPT, which most of the people are using is only 3.5, which you will get what is publicly available. You want DrTPS information, my website will not be able to access by ChatGPT because that's not open for that. If you want to access it, you will have to buy the next one, 4.5. And you want the most secret things which are not even open for anybody else, version 5. Pay high, you will get all the informations. And that's how they are making money. So if I want a very specific knowledge, I want to translate all my videos into transcribe it, what do? I'll send it to somebody who has got, I don't have the version 5, and they will translate and then put it when the transcription is done and then give it to me, so it becomes easier, whichever language I want. So my whole talk can be translated into any language. ChatGPT will do that. But I need to have 5. So today you must be able to ask questions to ChatGPT to get the best answer. So you all should become Arjuna. Today's Krishna is ChatGPT. All answers will come. You ask questions. But you have to be a good Arjuna. Then only you can win the war. You understood? How good you are? How many good questions you can think of? And if you don't have good questions, that means you cannot reach into 3, 2, 1 world. Third decade of 21st century. So get ready to ask a lot of questions. Keep on looking at every item around you. The 4th industrial revolution, Internet of Things, augmented reality, all that, artificial intelligence, everything will run only to those people, those who are intelligent, bright, better than those machines. You must be able to program it well. Your brain program it well. How do you do that? Have good company. Not with Shakuni, but with Krishna. So Arjuna, you are all good Arjunas with good Krishna around you. Then Vijaya, Sri. You will get Vijayam, you will become powerful, you will also become Shreyas. Shreyas is what gives you popularity. People will love you. You will become a magnet. Lot of iron powder will be around you all the time. That's what all of us want. And how do you retain this? Bhartrahari, the last part, it talks about Vairagya Siddhyartham Samarpayam. You go to every temple, every pujari will chant. Why are you giving dakshina, and why are you doing pradakshina, and why are you offering is given? All the rituals of India, end of it talks about Vairagya Siddhyartham Samarpayami. I don't want all this. You relinquish everything. If I don't have, when I can say I don't want money? When I have enough. When do I say I don't want knowledge? When I have enough. When you will say I don't want power? When you have enough. So attain the maximum. then start relinquishing. If you don't have it and then you say I don't want, that's actually not good. Correct? That is why all the people who are starving, oh bhuka mar raha hai, they skip one dinner, skip one lunch, we don't call it as upavasam. That way so many people who are all on the street is doing upavasam every day. Do you think God will bless them? No. When you have sufficient food at home, you don't eat, that is called the upavas. Correct? So what is upavas? Upavas is not when you don't have, don't eat, but when you have it, you don't eat. They are satkarma. The best karma is I have everything, but I don't want it. That is called spirituality. So I am a meditation master from Himalayan tradition. Swami Rama is my guru. It is the samadhi level. Samadhi is actually I don't want. You want tea? Yes, I will have it. Do you like to have tea? No. Shall I prepare chai for you? Not required. Chai is made. Will you have it? Yes, I will have it. You understood the difference? Without that also I am happy. With that also I am happy. If it is there, okay. If it is not there, okay. I get promotion, fine. Why I did not get promotion? Because somebody else got it. Fine. For him also it's fine. For me also it's fine. You understood? Will you have that attitude, you can enjoy your life. So what is life? Live in full enjoyment. L-I-F-E. Live in full enjoyment. Not for you, but for us. But for you, learn in full enjoyment. What is life for you? Learning is an investment for future earning. All of you write learn, L-E-A-R, and learn. When you have driving license, they will keep an L board. After some time, they will remove the L board. If you remove L from learn, what you will get? Learn. That's as simple as that. You understood? So you should learn and remove L. Then start earning. What you can earn? Power, position, everything you can earn. That will come to you. You don't have to go behind it. That will come to you. It's all in your hand, nowhere else. Where is it? You know what is the first chanting? Nitya Sloka DrTPS. Google. You will get plenty of slokas which are to be chanted every day. And the first sloka starts with, what is this? Money, money, right? Where is money? Kara Agre. Kara Agre. Agre means end, right? So what is our first chanting? Kara Agre Vasate Lakshmi. Chant. Kara Agre Vasate Lakshmi. And after money, what you want? Knowledge. Kara Madhye Saraswati. And then what you want? Energy. Karamule Stita Gauri. You know what does it say? Your knowledge is in your hand. Your money is in your hand. Your energy is in your hand. Not in somebody's hand. Don't tell that my teachers were bad, my parents were bad, my education became bad. No. The whole story what I was trying to tell you is, background doesn't matter, we can always create a foreground. I don't have good knowledge, my brain is not working, doesn't matter. From now, it will work. You know, from now, why it will work? This is your head. Go to a photocopying machine, keep your hand like this. These are your legs, these are your hands, this is your head. You take a photocopy of that, you will get your aspect ratio of your body. So when you clap, don't just clap like this. Believe that the whole body you are massaging. The head to head, the legs to leg, the hands to hand, the heart to heart should jerk. Try. Let me see whether, and you are not clapping because I am asking you to clap. You are not clapping to show your power. You are clapping to massage you. So one of the best exercise. Clap so well, it really jerks your body from top to top. Start. Fast, fast, fast. Now I will see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people done 100%. The rest of them still not become 100%. Now I will make all of you 100%. These are all with the knowledge, some energy, making you better, all that is told, but you don't listen. Now I will use the last method to make you 100% powerful. Shall I make it? Yes. So that means you are not done. Correct? You know the last method? Dana, Bheda. Last is what? Dana. I am going to come and see your hands. The palm is not red. I will make your cheeks red. Ready? I am very strong. My hand is so harsh because I kept practicing it beating on the wall at your age. So this is very harsh. If I do, 4 fingers will come. Agreed? Do you want your hands to be red by yourself or you want the cheeks to be red? Last chance. I will come. I have done it in many audience. I am recording it and you are agreeing. If you don't agree, stand up and get out of the class. This also is done. So it's already recorded and you have agreed. Correct? Ready? And the other reason is, if somebody is sleeping beside you, the clapping will make them wake up. Got it? We had all the MLAs, member of legislative assemblies, generally they sleep. Okay? So there was a discussion of exporting pigs from India to somewhere else. So this man was sleeping. So somebody was raising a voice. He stood up and said, 4 people should be from my party. Which party? The pig should be from? That's how they ask for the claim, right? So if you sleep, what will happen? Your answers will become blunder sometime. So don't sleep. Even if you become a politician, don't sleep. Want to be a good politician? Don't sleep. You want to be a good judge? Don't sleep. You want to be a good administrator? Don't sleep. You want to be in force? Nobody can sleep, right? Yes or no? Yes. No agriculturalists can sleep. No father, mother can sleep. If they are sleepy finished, you would not have been like this. So many nights, day, they were looking after you from young childhood to get into this teenage hardship. One more trial, last. Ready? Yes, sure? Yes, not enough. Louder. Yes. Ready? Yes. Clap. Yeah, now I am seeing everybody looking at that like this. Why you have not done it with 100%? That's because that's how we are. All of you tie your hands like this. Which hand is in the front, right or left? I did my right, but you had left or right. Now from this you try the other way. Somewhere some inconvenience, right? Why? That's because this is my practice. This is not my practice. That's the only thing. So what is practice is what you can do. Why you are sleeping? That's my practice. Why am I not learning? That's my practice. Why my buddhi is not working? That's my practice. All those people who are sitting there, slightly 30-degree turn your body. 30-degree. Look at this corner. All those rays. And this row, look the other side. 30-degree. Stretch your arms like this. Stretch your arms like this. If you don't turn, you cannot stretch. That's why I asked you to turn. And take it up like this and then touch pointing finger to pointing finger. You are able to do this? Yes? Now look down. Take it back. Close your eyes. Look down. I will count from 0 to 10. When it reaches 10, you should touch each other without looking your fingers, right? When I say 1, only one movement. Don't adjust after that. Don't move after that. 1, 8. Only 10 it should touch. Get back. Slowly. I want you not to move after my count, only one movement. Then stay there. Freeze it. 2. Don't touch. Only 10 it should touch. Scale it well. 3, don't adjust, it's getting recorded. 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. You are not able to touch. You understood? Your own left finger doesn't know where your right finger is. Now let me do a simplest one. Chest straight. Assume that there is a nice tiffin on your lap. When I say 0, pick it up. When I say 10, it should reach your mouth. Close your eyes. 0, pick it up. 1, turn to yours. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If it goes here, don't adjust. Keep it there. Fine? Okay. When I said don't adjust like this also. Keep it wherever it is. 0, 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. Did it go exactly to mouth? But this did not happen. But your finger knows where your mouth is. Why? Every day how many times it goes. You understood? Now let us see, your nose is just above the mouth, right? Take it 90 degree and keep it like this. The tip of your nose. Don't do it. This is shape. Like this. Keep it there. Now put your finger on your knee. Lap. From here, close your eyes. When it says 10, it should reach your nose tip. Nose tip, sharp nose tip. 0 on your knee. 1, 2, 4, 6. Close your eyes. Don't cheat yourself. I am testing your buddhi. 8, 9, 10. How many of you got it just below the nose? Raise your hands. Most of you will get below the nose. Raise full hand. Raise. Don't shake it with hit them. They have the habit of digging nose. See, you can take your finger to wherever it goes closer to that, that's a place only it will go. So what you can do in your life is, what is your? Practice. That's your emblem. What it says? Sheelam. Every day keep practicing, you will become wonderful. By birth, all of us are intelligent. All of us are very smart. All of us are great. But by practice we became bad to worse, then worst. That's what has happened. Your muscles are great. As a young child, every child can keep the fingers on the toes to the mouth, do all the gymnastics. But once we grow, we are not able to flex that much because we stopped our practice. Our buddhi is great, we stopped it. All of you close your eyes. Think what happened here. What is the message I give? What is the essence? What is that takeaway you have? Is there anything good that you can take home? Back after the session when you go, is there any new thoughts? What is the resolution which you can make? Oh, I resolved to do this from now. Will it happen or not? That's a different matter. But I decided, yes, I must study well. I must change my practice. Good enough. Write it down in your notebook. Oh, this is what I resolved to do. What is the most difficult thing morning? What is the first most difficult thing you have in your life? Yeah, I heard same. Everywhere I will hear the same thing. What is that? Waking up. You have already woken up, but you don't want to get up. You understood? Waking up is not the problem, because Saraswati's husband Brahma calls you during the time called Brahma Muhurtam. Brahma Muhurtam, he will call it, get up. Then what do I say? Poda. Go to hell, don't disturb me, I am sleeping. And you will tell this unknowingly because, you know what, Vivekananda, his hall name is Vivekananda Hall, right? The most energetic person in the world. You know him only as a spiritual man who gave lectures. Do you know we had the most voracious reader, what? Most terrible fighter. Every day he used to go to gym. There is a great river, Bhagirathi river. Bhagiratha Prayatnam is what made the river. And that is the only male river. And crossing that, jumping inside was his everyday job. Therefore, he was a great swimmer. And that is why when he went to Kanyakumari, he swam and stood on the Vivekananda rock. And all other saints were standing there. Why this man is not coming back? After 3 days he came. 3 days, 3 nights. Without any food, he stayed there. And after 3 days he swam back. Today we have boats. Those days no boats, nobody could reach him. So he swam back. Everybody was worried what happened to him. And he came. People asked, what are you doing? I was meditating. What? India had great disease. I found solution for that. That was his message. A great man. Hall name is that. And you know what is that great disease? Tushni Bhavam. What is it? When you are not sleeping, pretending you are sleeping. When you are not sleeping, is it not the morning what we are doing? Whom are we cheating? Ourselves. The Brahma inside, the Saraswati inside. You want to get up as soon as you wake up. I will make it to do for you, all of you from tomorrow onwards. How many of you want? Without laziness morning. Wonderful, wonderful. All hands are up. Thank you. Today night, while going to bed, drink 3 liters of water. You understood the solution? Simple? How do you get up as soon as you wake up in the morning? Drink 3 liters of water while going to bed tonight. You will become slim. No Ganesha will come in front of you in your later life. You know, only in Ganesha's place we have to do like this. Not like this for namesake. Your elbow should touch the ground. Cross your legs like this. Hold the ears like this and do like this in front of Ganesha. You know why? Ganesha says if you don't do like this, you will become like me. You want to become like that or you want to look smart? Look smart. This is enough. But feeling smart, manas have to be good. Being smart, your buddhi has to be good. All the 3 will be good. Drink water. 50 million reactions will happen every half an hour, every 1 hour. When you study, it is almost like walking 6 hours. 3 kilometers walking equal to half an hour study. So when you don't drink water and you are still studying, that means your brain is not working. 20 seconds rule. Always keep water where your hand will reach. Picking it up is 20 seconds. This is called the 20 seconds rule for maintaining your body. And when you drink a lot of water, you will not have dis-ease. What will not have? Dis-ease. You will be in ease. Your illness will not go. Disease will go. You will have pain, but you will not care it. You understood the difference? Yeah. So ask questions, as many questions as you want. I can keep on talking like this, but 1 hour I thought I'll speak. It's 1 hour. My inspiration, somebody inspired me, right? Yeah. His name is, write it down, Dr. Doctor, Teachers, Parents, Students, TPS. That's me. See, always we should have our own big image. What made me to study from the time when I was not a good student was, my brother told me, I lost my father when I was 4 years old. So my eldest brother was my guardian. The time I took birth, he was a teacher of zoology in a college. All my elders were good students, but I was not. So he told me, after my plus 1, plus 2, to learn Malayalam, my language, easy to learn. I used to write poems. I even published my poetry in one of the most prestigious magazine called Bhasha Poshni when I was a school student. He told me, you can study Malayalam. I said, I can study Malayalam. You tell me which subject I cannot study. He said, maths. I said, I will take PhD in that. So challenging my brother was my inspiration. You understood? And when I did my graduation, one of my brother became Indian Forest Service, All India Service. Then I decided I will get into All India Service. Doing my masters, I concentrated on All India Service, but then my first internal examination in mathematics, I got 0 marks. I went to head of the department, asked, I have written so many correct answers, why did you give 0? Then he said, anyway you are not interested in mathematics, your interest is in civil service. Why are you wasting? I will give only 0 for all internals. I will see that you will fail here. Then I said, what do you want? You have to study mathematics. I said, fine. I closed my civil service aspiration, started studying mathematics. I became a mathematics student and I excelled well. I did my MPhil and PhD in 3 years. That's probably the record in India. Nobody would have got it. But then I got into Department of Space. I was in Cabinet Secretariat. That's where all the senior IAS people will come, right? So many people, when they meet me, they used to ask, which batch of IPS you are, which batch of IAS you are. Because I had hundreds of them below me. If I would have been an IAS, I would not have reached that level that fast. So sometimes what happens is, wherever you are, show your presence. Show your presence. Nimisham jolidam sreyam nadu dhumayudum chiram. I never left a guru whom I met somewhere, go behind him. So many people were my teachers. The great spiritual masters of India, I went behind them, stayed with them, learned from them. So I was never lazy. Always look for options. Yesterday morning 5 o'clock I started from my home. I was there in airport. The flight was supposed to be at 8:30. It got delayed 2.5 hours. 11 o'clock only it's going. That means my flight from Bangalore lost. So I called him and said, my Bangalore flight I will miss. I am in Kannur, I don't know what to do. It's a place where only 1 or 2 flights. Next flight is in the evening. That means I can't reach it. Immediately I talked to the Indigo fellow, spoke to all of them. None of them were in the counter. It took only 5 minutes less than 5 minutes I changed my ticket to Delhi. They said impossible. I said there is nothing impossible. Do it. I changed to Delhi. I took that route. I am not lazy. I will see that what I want is done. Understood? You should have that.
One more question, sir. Some children generally we see that some are not good at math, some at physics, some at English. Do you feel that anybody can learn any subject?
Anybody can learn any subject. If somebody is not good, send it to me in 10 days. I will make them to love that subject. That's my guarantee.
What are the tips, sir?
It's very simple. The basic reason is, many people don't. How many of you don't love maths? Raise your hands sincerely. I will change it just now. Many people don't love maths, but I am a mathematician. My PhD is in mathematics. The basic reason is, you don't know why are you learning it. Correct? What is 28 into 32? 28 multiply 32. Tell me. How did you get it? Actually, that is 30 minus 2 into 30 plus 2. You have studied a minus b into a plus b is equal to a square minus b square. No maths teacher would have taught this in the class. Immediately after the formula, you should give such examples and then tell them, this is where it is applied. They will make it as a play. You understood? Mathematics is a beautiful, pictorially, you can visualize maths. All the maths which they learn up to 10th class is only used when they go for a competitive examination. In competitive exam, a maths problem which you solve in 5 minutes, the time given is only 60 seconds. I don't say 1 minute. It's not even 1 minute, 60 seconds. Reading that question should happen in 20 seconds. Thinking about the solution should happen in 40 seconds and 20 seconds only to mark it. That's the speed in which you are supposed to do. So if you are not doing anything in speed, maths becomes useless. All of you write, I am useless. What did you write? I am useless. All of you raise your hands. Take it on your head. My useless Janma. Finished. This is what we think actually. That use become used. Put an apostrophe there and then put ed. Use past tense. It become used. I am useless. Who did not use you? You did not use you. I proved it. They are not using your power. Your efficiency is not used. Right? I am useless. But originally you are great. Originally you are great. You are able to run faster. But today your brain doesn't run faster. That's why maths is difficult. You are doing it slow. I am sure you can solve problem. But I don't want to solve problem slow. I want to do it faster. That is what is competition. So most of the students in class, why are they getting less marks in examination? 2 hours is not good enough. You give them 4 hours, they will do it. You understood? Who will be the best student who can solve it in half an hour? Very simple. And how do you get 100 out of 100? If I can predict all my questions. If I can predict all my questions. I study only those, I will get 100 out of 100. So where are you missing? You are missing exactly what is important. What is clearly useful? What could be the questions? These are all the abilities what is required. Actually all of us by birth are very smart. Or birth itself is a smart process. Like a beautiful point. I think because she asked the question, I should gift this book to her. Come. This is Life of Love. And there is a poem there which is used in 3 Idiots movie. Amir Khan's professor was my close friend. I wrote this, gifted this book to Amir Khan's professor. He read this in the class. And the first poem, you can read?
I need my glasses.
Specs, yeah. Or I'll tell the gist, you can read later. The poetry is called Race for Birth. What's it? The Race for Birth. All of us took birth by race. Millions of sperm from the father get into the mother's egg and only one sperm take birth, and that's me. Each one of us, correct? How many sperms did not take birth? Millions of them. Who are they? My unborn brothers and sisters. And who is the winner? All of you raise your hands. Take it back and say, well done, well done. Every day morning as soon as you wake up, you should congratulate you and say, let everybody say, you are useless, you are useless. But you should tell, I am not useless, I am useless. You understood? So what you wrote is, I am useless. Don't say I am useless. If somebody calls you useless, you should say, I am not useless, I am useless. I used me, that's why I have taken birth. Lift it up and then say, well done, well done. Let anybody tell you are not good. So you are not good in maths because people think that I am not good. Understood? Maths is a language. Maths is a It's not a subject, it's a language which is used in all other subjects. Without maths, you cannot do any other subjects in this world. Your geography, you know which subject people fail in? General knowledge. All the competitive exam has geography. And I have a lot of students who are on civil service. I train people for civil service, all India service. Many people fail in geography. And all of you, what you require is map reading ability, geography. Many people have problem with east, west, north, south. People have problem with the distance. People have problem with the area measurement. That is because the whole geography is mathematics. I must have taught maximum number of geography teachers. I conduct geography quiz using the campus. Probably next time if I get a chance to come to your campus, I will make a geography quiz. The children will made into groups and they will start running. There is a national cartographic association which I was the secretary. I conducted all India quiz competition. A quiz is not asking questions, quiz is treasure hunt. Good general knowledge, good geography, short, no traveling salesman's problem. If I have to do marketing, how many places I have to collect samples from, or how many shops I have to visit, which is the best route to be taken. Full of mathematics, but geography. All the salesman's problems today, marketing problem today is mathematics. People don't realize it now. All the physics, if somebody loves physics and you don't love maths, it's only short time. After that you will miss your physics. I am a mathematician, my PhD is in physics, fluid mechanics. And first paper got published in Chemical Engineering Journal. So am I a chemistry man or a physics man or a maths man? These differences are only in classes. My son is a mechanical engineer, turned into a material scientist, then turned into a chemical engineer, and now he is a nuclear scientist. You tell me which subject is this? See, when the whole universe, when you see, that is physics, cosmology. The last time I was there in Cochin last 2 weeks back, and that is Space Week. So I was talking about the cosmology, planets, all the solar system, Milky Way galaxy, the black hole, etc., etc. All this is physics. Correct or not? And in that, one of the most loved planet for us is Earth. Which subject is that? Geography. So the physics teacher, one small physics teacher is geography teacher. One part of physics is geography. Now stand on the geography, look all the plants and animals around, that subject becomes biology, right? In this zoology and botany will come. Now go into the cell, it will become microbiology. 10 power minus 6 biology. What is microbiology? Biology. Micro, mathematics. If I look up to 10 power minus 6, micro. Up to 10 power minus 9, nanotechnology. So from your biology becomes technology when you zoom inside. So what is physics? A biology teacher with a 10 power minus 9 microscope. If they zoom inside, they will see only technology. And go still inside, 10 power minus 13, it becomes chemistry. Correct? And go to chemistry, you will see a lot of nucleus, electrons moving around it. As it is, the solar system, the sun and planets moving around it, same thing in the atom. That is why one of the Upanishad mantra says, Yada pindhe tada brahmande. As the atom is, the brahmandam is. Now you tell me in the atom whether the matter is more or space is more. You have a nucleus and you will draw electrons going like this. So space is more or matter is more? When you learn about space, that becomes space department. My department, GUM department. Space is called GUM. What is it? GUM. Sanskritam for space is GUM. Prefix su, it becomes sukham. Prefix du, it becomes dukham. That is philosophy. So actually the space is philosophy. The whole learning of physics becomes philosophy. That is why anybody who takes a PhD, they get a degree called a Doctor of Philosophy. Either maths or physics or chemistry, ultimately it is philosophy. Then you go into the nucleus and break it, that again become physics. Where did you start? Physics. All the subjects you covered? No. On the earth, what is the distance, where, what direction, what is the time difference, all that becomes geography. Here, where, when, what happened. How did you get to this building here? Which king ruled this? Which king left this building for you? Finished, you learned history. If you don't understand, it becomes mystery. All the subject is over, right? Do you call somebody as a cook? Only they make paratha. I know only to make aloo paratha. Am I a good cook? Or all the items in the world I taste and I will make it like this. Or better than this. You call him as a good cook. Should I learn driving only one route or all the routes? Should I learn swimming only in one swimming pool or any water anywhere? So who is a good student? Who is a good student only for chemistry, physics, maths, biology, or any subject I can learn? Any subject I can learn. That's it, as simple as that. So what you should do? 30 points to students, 20 points to parents and teachers. There is a beautiful block. 30 points to students, 20 points to parents and teachers. That's my blog. I wrote 18 years back. Got it? Any subject, how to learn, how to make it your subject. How to make it your subject. Take a book, open the book, read the title, close the book. Don't read. What you should do? Close the book. Take a paper, write what is inside that textbook. Will you be able to write if you don't read? No. But guess, something would have been there. You take your chapter. Today, what you do is take a book, open the book, let it be physics, chemistry, maths or any subject. Open it, read the title, write a page. I am sure you will not be able to write more than a page. Before attending the class, you should do this. Not after the teachers teaches. Read thoroughly. Why are you reading it? I want to fill at least 4 pages. Each paragraph make one sentence. Read 1 or 2 times. Make a beautiful paragraph. Each page 1 paragraph. So 4 pages will become 1 or 2 pages in your notebook. Come back to the class and then sit. You will enjoy. Why are you not able to understand the classes? Why are you not able to? The biggest problem in classrooms are lack of concentration. They are sitting here but not attending. Physically here, not able to concentrate. Why are you not concentrating? That is because you are not preparing before coming to the class. If you prepare and come, when you go to a cinema theater for seeing a movie, don't you prepare? You know the cinema name. But when they come to the class, they don't know which chapter they are teaching. Correct? They know who is the hero, who is the heroine, which are the songs, where is it shot at. Every detail they know before coming to the cinema hall. Don't they have little interest? If they have little interest, what they will do? Prepare and come. When they prepare and come, they are already ready for the class. Make sure all the students write this and come to the class with a note. Write down all technical terms which they don't understand. They believe they know, but they don't. You understood what I am saying? Even in social science classes, which you think is very simple, you may talk about revolution, you may talk about so many things, the conflict. The word conflict, they would have heard it many times and they presume they know. Ask them to look at dictionary. All good students should have dictionary. They should keep on looking at the meaning. If they don't look at the meaning, they will not learn. So all the technical terms, maths, physics, chemistry, biology, whole technical terms should be ready. When I speak in a language which you don't understand, your attention power will go. If I speak in a language which you don't understand, what will happen? You will not listen. And what the teachers will do? Please listen to me, look at me, I am so cute. It makes no difference to them, they don't even look at you. You know how many times a teacher becomes a beggar in the class? Please, please look at me, please listen to me, attention please. What a tragedy is this, a teacher is begging in the class. So I have a nickname for teachers, beggars. They beg, please, 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 please. No, no begging, only commanding. You understood? How do you command? Immediately after one sentence, catch one boy and say, repeat what I said. Finished. You understood? If they are not able to repeat, ask the next student. You know, identify who are the people who are not with you. Ask them. You answer, you answer, you answer, you answer. 5 of them are not answering. Better you resign your job and go. That means you are not good. If 1 or 2 are not attending, no good. That should be. They should support you. If you are not able to capture the attention, I'll tell you, if you start doing this, you stand up and answer this, repeat what I said, give the choke, go and write on the board. If you don't do this, you will blah 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 and get out. They will not listen. And then there are different techniques. I'll tell you that tomorrow. When I meet teachers, I will tell you how to make that happen. Right? Yeah. And students should enjoy all the examination and test paper. You should enjoy examination and test paper. You know why? Exam and test you will not be able to sit like this. You will get large space. VVIP always gets large space, right? Correct or not? So where do you get large space to sit? Examination hall. So who are you in the exam hall? In your school, you are a VIP only in exam hall. Remember that. So you should enjoy exam. Sit like a VIP. Every time when your teachers call, you will have to go there. Only one place you can call your teachers at your desk. Your teacher will come like a chef and ask you what you want. You say, I don't want anything, go. Still they will not call you. Only one place where you can do this. You know how many degrees I have and why I have degrees? I enjoy this. Writing exam is a beautiful enjoyment. Only one place you get free white paper where it will come to your desk, take it as many times as you want. So I used to write my LLB MBA exam 300 pages. Why? All this is here, many teachers started giving me notes and I have to write, read it. Now this is the only chance when I write, you read it. Punishment back. Correct? They will give 10 questions and say answer 5. I will say no. Take all the 10. You decide which is good. What a great enjoyment. Exam hall is the best place. And you know when? Only when you know. And you don't know anything. I was doing my masters in psychotherapy. So I decided to experiment my psychotherapy in the exam hall. So what did I do? We have a paper called research methodology, which I write anytime. Even now if somebody gives me the toughest question paper, research methodology, I will get 100 out of 100. That's my confidence. But then in that exam hall, that's one of the toughest paper for most of the people in masters. Any masters, even if you do biology, MBBS to MD, research methodology have to be studied. MPhil paper you have research methodology. I taught this for MPhil, physics and all. So I know this. But what I did during my MBA, every student who were all executive MBA from different offices, the highest office, police people were there, everybody were there. When they were writing, I said, this question, every day I am writing 300 pages, they are all looking at me, what's this boy doing research methodology? I said, this question very difficult, nothing is coming, useless. I closed the book and then said, nothing can be written, I don't know. I kept telling this to all the people. You know what happened? In the hall, everybody failed. I looked at them and then said, very difficult, whatever they learned also forgot. So if you don't know anything, what you should do? Look at somebody else, right? No problem. I am sure you will enjoy. But later in your life you will suffer. But my confidence was, next supplementary exam I wrote, I got 100 out of 100. Understood? That is when I was learning psychology. So I'll tell you, you can all learn without any problem. Not at all difficult. Ask where is it used, ask a lot of questions, look at the syllabus, learn it, prepare and come in the class. And what happens in the exam and test paper happens in two places. One in academic institution, next one in hospitals. Examination, test, blood examination. Maths test, maths examination. Both are same. Doctors will look at your parameter, will tell you these problems are there, but they will not scold you, they will treat you. Here what will happen? If your parameters are bad, they will scold you and say useless fellow. What they will do? Treat you and then only discharge you to the next ward or send home. But here from LKG, L kilogram, U kilogram, everybody is pass. 10th class pass, 12th also pass, degree also came, post graduation also came, but no job. Why? Because examination is not conducted in the real manner and teachers don't treat them. If somebody is not good in maths, when they have to pass from 6th to 7th grade, maths teachers' capacity is to make them learn all the full syllabus. Don't leave your children without learning. Marks, no problem. If you can guarantee that, I am sure you will become good. Okay, so simple. Good enough? Good enough? Don't, no questions. Yeah, you want to take up now or take a break? I don't require break. Yeah, I don't require break. Yeah, take a break. Okay?